put a couple of nails in the coffin with that one, with very running in packs and running strong at the ball.
Well, we see Nailers in the ruck for North Geelong now. A bit of a change by Arthur Hodgson there. Reuter, though, got the tap, but it goes towards Marnie, running through 50. Be a quick start for the Magpies, but Ferguson back there and backs himself and plays on quickly. Goes wide to Stefanovski, takes the mark, plays on, and kick around the corner towards Irving. Takes the mark in front of Harrington at half-back. Handball quickly to Stefanovski and Big Jacko. Looks like he's relishing the role a bit further up the ground early on in this season. Usually at full-back. Irving, handball over the top. They've worked it well. Buckingham on centre wing. Short little kick around the corner. Sets a bit of a task for Hill. Jones runs backwards. Gets around a couple. Throws Graham off the ball. Then handballs it. Gets pushed off the ball himself then. That was out of bounds. So it will be a boundary throw-in. The President with a smile on his face walking past. This is an easy job, isn't it, Hutchie? Enjoying the afternoon. The Eastern Suburbs President, Andrew Hutchinson, and from the ball up, or the throw in, goes back towards the boundary umpires. He'll have to do it all over again. Corey Lockwood couldn't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw in just in between wing and half forward on the outer side. Eastern Suburbs attacking to the northern end of Osborne Park in his final term. Reuter gets it down. It's chopped off. Lockwood stands in a tackle. Handball. Naylor. His handball's chopped off. The Eagles working hard at ground level. They've got a couple there. Pushed out the back towards Irving. He could have handballed at the hill, but he likes to go longer and further afield towards centre half forward. Coming out, backing himself is Gibbs. Done all right against Sheridan in the last couple of quarters and goes nicely to Naylor. Handball to Jones. This is a bit better build up by the Magpies. Jones has a bounce. Has two. Runs through the middle. Has three. Can draw a player now if he wants. He does. And then measures the pass towards Nickel. Can't pick it up. Ferguson there. He wants to go off the ground. He does so. And it's off Nickel. Not out of bounds on the full. It's going to be a throw in. And Ferguson's down. And I don't know what happened there. Didn't quite see it. I was watching the play. But he's down.
I just wonder whether the ball come off his head.
I think it might have actually. He might have copped one in the head from the football. Comes out the back towards Camerotto. Burns. Bailey. Oh, it's a push. It was just a bit of a bump. But I suppose he jumped, I think, as he did it, so maybe that went against him. Ferguson's up. I wonder if he knows where he is. Looks like he does. Short. Oh, poor kick by Burns. Sets Nickel a task. Gets around on the left boot. High in the air into the 10-metre square. 3 against 2. 3 up for North Geelong. 1 down. And I think he kicks the goal, and it looked like it might have been Osakis.
Hennison, is it?
No, I think it might be Osakis. 43.
Yeah, Hennison.
No, it's actually changed numbers.
The dirty rotter.
Dirty rotter. He's 14. 43 is Osakis, and he did kick the goal. So 8-12-60 North Geelong. And Eastern Suburbs 15-13, 103. Ferguson's off. Sean O'Leary back on. And we've only been playing a couple of minutes in this final term. In the GDFL Match of the Day, round 2. So a couple of quick goals by North Geelong needed. We've got Naylor in the ruck, as we said. They made a couple of changes. But they're big four by the looks of it. Burns, Naylor, Lockwood, and Jones in the middle. And there's Lockwood and Jones. Lockwood's got it. Handball chopped off by a number of Eagles. Irving gives it to Reuter. And the ruckman turns around on his left boot. Gets it away towards centre half forward. Loughton against Hruska. Hruska does well on hands and knees. Then pushes it out. And they break away. They buck him. Or could have got it across to Sean O'Leary. Goes for goal. Oh, that'll do. He said, don't worry about you, Spike. I'll kick the goal. And he does.
And probably deserves that one. He's been playing very well in that last quarter. He was in everything. Ran from one end of the ground to the other on several occasions. Following play up. And deserves to get a little bit of credit for that chance at kicking a goal.
Well, that's a quick reply that the Eagles would have been wanting, but unfortunately for the Magpies, that's not what they wanted. And it's a great day for the guest video watchers. Good work, Brett. Well done. And back to the footy. 16-13, 109. North Geelong 8-12-60. Back in the centre, Naylor, Reuter. Reuter gets a second tap to it. Peters runs through, shepherded by Buckingham, does some hard work, but Peters can't pick it up. Marnie on hands and knees, gets it out to Lockwood, breaks away, then gets shuffled off the footy. O'Leary, silky smooth skills, handball towards Reuter, gets it wide. Loughton can get there first, gets back around on that favoured left boot. Look at Brent Loughton, goes to the left boot, goal. Oh, oh gee.
A lot of time then, and I thought Darren Graham did a good job there in obviously talking to him and giving him a bit of space and shepherding. Let Loughton turn onto his left boot and probably bang one from about 35 out.
As you like. So it's 17-13, 115 Eastern Suburbs. They lead North Geelong 8-12-60. Harrington coming from the ground, Westcombe coming on. And good play in the middle of the ground there by O'Leary to get it to Reuter. And then Loughton finishing it off. Reuter again towards Peters. Good ruck and roving there. Peters long towards full forward. Bounces over the head. O'Leary goes on the left. And I don't think he's got it. I think he's just missed. Tried to squeeze it with that left boot. So it's 17-14, 116 Eastern Suburbs. North Geelong 8-12-60. Good camera work at the goalpost there by Brett. And then he finds Gibbs.
He's a bit off colour at the moment.
Who kicks in and bounced over Naylor's head. Went to Graham, who got it back to Reuter. Kicks it back wide, very wide. Out of bounds on the full. And David Gibbs will have another go at it. This time from the back pocket. On the outer side for the Magpies. And I don't think that bloke who's kicked it back to Gibbs will be getting a game in the North Geelong Seniors next week. Because he's missed Gibbs completely. Now he's got it. Goes to Naylor, who looks like he's enjoying having the run around, I would think. He didn't see much of the footy at centre-half forward. Well held by Stefanovski. Drew O'Leary. Got it to Hanussen, who runs away. Takes a couple of bounces. O'Leary goes near him. And then he gets a kick away towards Weiss, who kept his eye on it. They didn't get the hands there. Gemmell runs across half-back. Nearly got collected, but got the kick away. Peters got some support. Reuter, and then Buckingham and Peters, but didn't go at the footy, and Westcombe
only one guy going at the ball there, and it was a North Geelong player.
Yeah, it comes out the back to Burns. Little left foot kick around the corner's okay. Vicenton's out there by himself. Delamonica comes at him. He draws him and gets it over the top to Walsh. Taps it on the ground. Then measures the pass towards Nickel and Bailey. Comes to the back. Oh, was that too high? Yes, it was. And it will be a free kick to Chris Gemmell.
I'm not measuring blokes up, but hasn't Weiss got a head like Alan Woodman?
Oh, I haven't really taken much notice of him, actually.
I'll
have a good look. Well, I'm sure North Geelong would hope he can play footy like he does.
Certainly. I wonder how the boy's going down
at Winchelsea.
In Winchelsea.
I'm sure he's holding his own down there. Finishing his career off. Peters around the corner. Tremendous kick. Finds Gemmell. In fact, it's O'Leary, I think. No, it's Sheehan. Troy Sheehan it is. Over on centre wing. On the outer side. Goes towards centre half forward. Loughton and Hruska. Good punch away Hruska, except the wrong way, but Hanussen comes across. Looked to shape to kick, but then did pick it up. Goes for the right boot.
And
only as far as Camerado. And the big banana.
It's about 70 out.
Too far.
Has a bit of a look. Little short pass in. O'Leary made a lead. Went over his head. Can't get the ball out. James Naylor goes for another run. Pretty ill-directed kick there where Reuter chips in and takes control. Passes it out where Hill, I think it is, picks it up. He too can't get control. Naylor comes in and makes amends, passes it over to teammate who passes it down. Shane Bailey picks it up, can't do the trick. Keeps pushing it in and looking after the ball. Can't get it out. Alfie Delamonica does. He handballs it over to a teammate. He can't get control. Irving in there too. Jones getting scrapped around the neck by a teammate. Breaks clear. Gets the ball. Kicking down the half-forward line where he finds Weiss, I think it is. Weiss has taken the ball. It called play on there, and number 22, Vincent, gets control of the ball, and he also plays on down to where Lockwood has taken a mark deep in the forward pocket. Setting himself up for a shot at goal. Probably almost an impossible angle here. Has a little look over the shoulder for a teammate. Nobody wants the ball. I think everyone's saying, no, have a kick. But the man in white, I think, is one out on the day, and the ball has been changed over. The goal umpire said no, it was out before Lockwood took control of the ball, and the free kick's gone to North Geelong. They kick the ball up where Weiss has taken control of the ball and taken a good mark on the central wing. He plays on, looks downfield where ball goes into a pack. Nobody can take clear control. Nickel gets it. Comes off hands. Alfie Delamonica picks it up and he moves the ball quickly up to Reuter. Reuter plays on. Long kick up to where very, very badly timed kick, and it goes to the number 18 in the North Geelong side, and that's Key. Key plays on through a teammate with a handball and he pushes it down to where Nickel sets himself. Can't take control of the ball. Bailey does. Picks up. Turns quickly onto the right foot. Back into the middle of the ground where Hill takes control. He in turn looking for O'Leary, can't find him. Ball bounces into the open. A nice one-arm palm off by Loughton.
Good rugby.
To O'Leary. Doesn't get paid, and the ball gets turned over and free kick to North Geelong.
It's Haruska who goes towards centre half forward. Hill goes up with one hand, can't take the mark. Back of the pack, Delamonica. Little Elfie, left foot kick around the corners right to Intervong just on the ground, takes the mark. And half back. He's got O'Leary in the middle, goes towards him, but Jones will chop that off. Handball quickly to Naylor's alright. He measures the pass beautifully to Kane Harrington, just back on the ground. He takes the mark about 45 metres out, directly in front.
Bit disappointing today, Harrington. I've seen him play several times, and on a good day he's very good, but when he's off colour...
I didn't think he's played too bad, actually.
He's done too much.
Went pretty tough with the efforts at full back, but he's good kick. That's a very good kick. The left footer has done well there, and kicks his first, and maybe could have been tried a little bit earlier in attack maybe, but he kicks a goal there. 9-12-66. North Geelong, Eastern Suburbs 17-14-116. Kane Harrington's first goal. And back there on Sheehan by the looks of it. So back to the centre, Naylor and Reuter.
Up they go. Reuter gets a knockdown. No clear possession, but Jones takes it off the hands of the pack. Loves having a bounce. Has one, has two. Probably got the time to have three. Measures the pass off. Fairly ordinarily. Goes to Delamonica. He picks it up. Handballs back over to Reuter. Reuter up the wing side where Michael O'Leary takes a mark. He in turn turns the ball inside. Inthavong. He takes the ball, looking to measure a pass off and finds Loughton in the unmanned right in front of goal, about 40 metres out. And how he can leave a guy of that calibre by himself is very, very questionable.
Well, it all started with the Reuter chase. He chased Daryl Jones, and he didn't give up. Burns shepherded. He got around the shepherd. He still put pressure on Jones, and then it was a bit of a poor kick from Daryl. The turnover from Delamonica, and
Reuter, he's a damn good cabinet maker, isn't he?
Seems to be. Loughton from directly in front, straight through the middle. No doubt about it. 6 to the big man. And the 18th for Eastern Suburbs, 18-14-120. They lead North Geelong 9-12-66. And Brett, bit of inside info, sorry. Who? Oh, Brett. Stick to camera work, Brett. You're very good at that. You're not very good at other things.
I think Trevor Marmalade's job is safe.
He's got no worries. If Brett's his direct opponent, I'll give you the tip. Back to the centre. It's 18-14-120. North Geelong 9-12-66.
Pick up sticks.
And it's back in the middle. Naylor and Reuter.
Naylor, well done.
Yeah, got a hand to it as well. There's Reuter though, roving. Kick off the ground. Javenna stole. Loughton, handball to O'Leary. He can handball over the top of his brother, but it got chopped off. Sean has to double back. Break a tackle. Handball back to Reuter. Oh, he grabs it and then he knew he was going to get tackled. And it's still at half back. Hanussen goes towards Naylor. Can handball. Gets around. Good work too around Buckingham. Little short kick's okay to Walsh. He plays on, taps it on the ground, gets around Evans, and measures the pass towards Weiss, having a rest in the forward line with Naylor on the ball. Hill against him, still in play. Hill breaks away, does he? Held to him, says umpire Hillgrove, and it will be a ball up on half forward for the Magpies.
I think Gibbs thought he had him pinned then, but no hands free and wasn't able to get rid of the ball.
Pushed out, hits umpire Hillgrove on the shoulder, so it services Bailey, gets to Intervong across half-back, takes a bounce, has to be quick now, Marnie's got him, but he gets his handball away towards Reuter. And Burns, the big man, fresh air shot, gets pushed off the footy by Hruska. Jones, bit of time, went right, then went left. Handball to Keys, okay. And he breaks away onto the left boot, measures the pass towards Marnie and also Walsh. Walsh takes it and gets around Irving well. Couple of bounces inside 30, goes for goal. And a good kick too, good finish by Mark Walsh. And he's kicked his first.
It's interesting, every time Walsh has had the ball and he's had a bit of space, he's actually touched the ball down. We've seen today a few guys have had a bounce and it's bounced back over their shoulder or whatever, and I think it's to do with the ground still being green but fairly hard. It's a good option.
So it's 10-12, 72 North Geelong, Eastern Suburbs 18-14, 120. That's Adam Walsh's first goal. And Pickersgill coming on for Irving for Eastern Suburbs.
Played very well in the third quarter too, I thought, Pickersgill, until he was taken off the ground.
Yep. Back on the wing against Brett Lewis. Umpire Brett Love with the footy back in the middle. Reuter and Naylor, they've had a good tussle in this last term. Reuter gets it down again. Gemmell in the middle, gets it around the corner towards Loughton. Back onto that left foot. They must know by now he's a left footer. He gets it back to Intervong. Handball to O'Leary. That's Michael. Off one step. Bang. Misses. And one behind. So 18-15, 121 Eastern Suburbs. North Geelong 10-12, 72. And Loughton's a left footer. He's always going to go on the left foot. He hasn't got a right foot.
No.
But he just seems to have a bit of time always. Kick by Gibbs towards Naylor and Reuter. Naylor keeps his feet. Plays on. Takes a bounce. Handball draws the player to Henderson. Back to Naylor. Good play, the 1-2. O'Leary can't chase him to get the tackle. And the kick by Naylor is chopped off by Evans. Handball across half back to Buckingham to Bailey. He's going to have to be quick there. Got a bit of support. Gemmell. Handball to Buckingham again. Just inside the centre square at centre half back. Good play to Sheehan. Stands his ground. Gets away. Handball to Stefanovski, the big jacko. And rides the bump from Burns. Sheehan followed it on. Keeps it in front of him. Gains 20 metres. Still at half forward. Still keeps in front with the footy now. Stefanovski. Handball. Good. Over the top to Graham. Draws a player. Could have handball. Then got the kick away though. Sheridan in front. Good mark. Just worked his way in front of Gibbs there.
He read the ball a lot better than young Gibbs. Yeah, a lot of talent there.
Been impressed with Gibbs though.
Yeah, he's been playing very well.
I think he's done alright on Sheridan today. After there's a bit of a surge in the first term. He's only kicked 2 goals. He's kicked 3 now, but he's done alright. 19-15, 127 Eastern Suburbs. North Geelong 10-12, 72.
It's very hard when you've got a forward line that Eastern Suburbs have got of Sheridan, O'Leary, Loughton. It makes it very difficult to kind of man up because they've got so many guys that they're all making themselves available for the footy too. It gives plenty of options. Big Scooter Ferguson.
Going to be coming off at Graham, who's limping off with what looks to be an ankle injury. So Ferguson to come back on. It's 19-15, 127 Eastern Suburbs. North Geelong 10-12, 72. Back in the middle. Reuter against Weiss, who's back in the ruck with Naylor having a rest on half forward. Jones breaks away. Handball to Hanussen. Gets around a couple. Gets around another one. Good play by the youngster. Plays on now. Goes wide towards the back pocket. No, the forward pocket. Sheehan. And good handball by Vicenton to Harrington. Left foot kick. Oh, it's hit the post. Bad luck. Kane Harrington, 1 goal, 1. 10-13, 73 North Geelong. 19-15, 127 Eastern Suburbs. So it's 54 points the difference. The Eagles in charge. John Stefanovski, who like Peter Walker is a Richmond supporter and wouldn't be happy after last night. Oh, blatant push in the back there, going for a big mark. Okay, by Hanussen.
Hurt himself too on
I think he might have.
the re-entry, I think.
Reuter plays on, goes away, goes towards Buckingham. Good punch away though. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. And half forward, nearly over Brett, don't worry. You'll be able to pack up soon and go home. You've got some engagements or events tonight. So
What, he's getting engaged?
I wouldn't have thought so. If she's got any brains, she wouldn't be getting engaged. It's going to be a free kick, is it? It will be, to North Geelong. And it's on the outer side, just on the defensive side of centre wing. Burns now goes towards Naylor stands his ground against Hill. Hill, though, gets it, then drops it. Got a bit of support, though, from Gemmell. Gets it to Shane Evans. Handball quickly to Reuter. Reuter goes inboard towards Loughton. Gibbs on this occasion. Sean O'Leary. Camarado's in the square. O'Leary goes towards him. Banana marks it. Can handball over the top to Ferguson or kick the goal. One or the other. And he kicks the goal. So Camarado's third. And they go to 20 goals, 15, 135. Sorry, 133. Well, that's not right, is it? I can't add up.
It's close.
135 it is. Should be 129. It's 2015 135. North Geelong 10 13 73, and they need a ball because it's gone over into the power station, I would think, which is a regular occurrence when we play here at Osborne Park. The now defunct power station. Thank you, Brett.
And I'd say while we're waiting for another pigskin to come out onto the ground, it probably gives the boys a bit of a chance to have a bit of a break. Eastern Suburbs are well in front, a 10-goal margin, but they're probably the team that's worse for wear at the moment. They've got an injury list that's growing, and guys are running out of legs, so wouldn't have wanted to been a bit closer.
Reuter gets it down to Gemmell, and he punches it on towards Intervong, leaves it behind, goes towards Loughton again. Back onto that left boot, then went right with the handball. Oh, good pick up by the Ranger. And Reuter goes long towards full forward. Sheridan and Gibbs, they both get a hand to it, and it's through for one behind. So it's 20 goals, 16, 136. North Geelong 10, 13, 73. In this final term, it has it gets close to siren time for full time in this GDFL match of the day, round 2. Gibbs to do the kicking in. Goes towards Weiss. Pick a skill from a long way back. Oh, up on Loughton in the end. Couldn't take the mark. Lewis comes away. Delamonica there, fighting hard for it. Lewis stands in the tackle, gets the ball away to Nickel. He gets it to Lockwood, who just got pushed off the ball by Buckingham. Nickel follows it up. Goes to the right boot. Back in board on centre wing. Bailey runs out. Kick off the ground's okay. Weiss. It'll sit for him. Can he break away? He handballs it only as far as Evans. Got one high, no free kick. Then got the handball away. Pretty slick though for everybody. Falls towards Stewie Marnie. Takes a bounce. Takes two bounces. Hill comes at him. Oh, he takes three. He got away. Did he drop the footy? Oh. Well, Peter, interpretation.
Basically, you can just put that down to an absolute blatant error by the central umpire.
Yeah, that'd be it. At least they control the footy. And Hill didn't really put a super tackle on him.
He didn't restrict him. I think the rule is, the player has got to be restricted, and he wasn't restricted in any way.
So that's just a blatant mistake by umpire
Just
Brett
a
Love there.
blatant mistake.
And the kick by Hill back into towards the centre. Loughton, handball. Oh, Intervong, bit too quick for him. Gemmell, kick around the corner's okay, or down the field. And it will be a free kick. Just got pushed off the ball after he kicked it.
James Naylor coming off for a break, and probably could have come off a bit earlier actually, because I noticed when he was over the side of the ground a little earlier, he does have a little bit of that fluid running from a wound in the top of the scon.
Well, it's at half back now for the Magpies. Short, it's okay, towards Gibbs. This is Daniel, brother of David. Couple of bounces around the wing, handball inboard to Harrington. Just to sit, get back onto that favoured left boot. Short little kick to Gibbs. He drew the player. That was good play. Gibbs has taken it outside 50. Walsh gives him a lead. It's ignored. Osakis is there also.
That's allowed Reuter to drop back down into the
and there he is.
The area.
It's over the back of the pack. Hill. Oh, high kick.
Played pretty well today, Hill.
Yeah, he has. Goes towards Sheehan. Can't take the mark. Kick off the ground by Buckingham. Oh, good kick for touch. Alan Langer would have been happy with that one. And it's out of bounds. Outside 50. It's 20 goals, 16, 136. Eastern Suburbs, North Geelong 10, 13, 73. Thrown in. Reuter with the right hand towards Evans. Threw it out towards Intervong. Can't take the ball with him. Stacks on the mill.
He's been playing okay for the last quarter and a half. Well,
don't forget we'll be giving our 3, 2 and 1 for the guest video Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Player of the Day this afternoon. And we'll be coming up after the game. Boundary throwing at half forward for the Magpies on the outer side. Shadows getting a little bit longer here at Osborne Park. Reuter, up against Osaka's. Intervong will run
well
straight
done.
through the pack, does well. Handball to Evans. And good shepherd by Intervong too. That was a good second effort there to help out. Over the top now, Haruska can handball it to Nickel and does so. Rory is out now in the middle. O'Leary chased him down, but he gets his kick away. Poor kick sets Harrington a bit of a task. Hill, they've had a bit of a tussle since they've been on each other, and Hill breaks away from Harrington, takes a bounce, draws a player. Nickel, O'Leary can over the top key, and to his brother Sean, then gives it to brother Michael. And he measures the pass towards Sheridan and Cameron over. Poor kick in the end by Michael, and he's a little bit tired, the Mick.
I think he is, yeah.
Is he working hard on the wharf, is he?
Must be standing around, yeah.
So it's going to be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for the Eagles. Thrown in now. Hanussen. And it comes to the front towards O'Leary and Ferguson and also Gibbs. And it's going to be a throw in. Now boundary umpire will do it once again. 20 goals, 16, 136 Eastern Suburbs. North Geelong 10, 13, 73. Sheridan, Hanussen. Kick across half back for the Magpies. It's a foot race now. Burns and Buckingham. Burns, good kick off the ground too. Good distance. Out to centre wing. Evans leads Osakis in the race for the footy. Just paddles it away. Then he's got a bit of help. Pickersgill threw it to him, and the umpire was standing right there and said you did throw it. And Osakis will take it. Oh, poor kick off the boot. Across to centre half forward, but Reuters there. Handball. Porter Sheehan. And it's going to fall to Vicenton. He goes around the corner. Stefanovski and Harrington. And Jacko runs away. Goes well.
Pickersgill.
Yeah, good kick too. And he finds him at half back on the outer side. Goes towards centre wing. Evans. Jones with the run at the footy. Takes a good mark. The old stage up. Still got a bit left in the tank. And Daryl Jones. Short to Lewis. Takes the mark at half forward. He's done alright this afternoon as well. It's a bit of a lead from somebody. There's not much on offer up there. Harrington does give him a lead. Sheehan, Harrington from behind can't take the mark. Reuter could have gone left, went right, round the corner. It's alright. Oh, Pickersgill, easy as you like. Kick off the ground, had a bit of time. And got the kick away to Ferguson. He's got Buckingham on half forward if he can get it over the top to him, and he does so. Takes the mark. They've drawn the loose man now. Loughton can turn around. And off one step, go bang.
I tell you what, that was good lead up and good play through Reuter and Pickersgill and the guys across the half back line. But Loughton wouldn't want to have missed that. He had Sean O'Leary standing 15 metres out with not a soul on him, and he chose the option to put another 6-pointer against his name.
He's kicked 7 now.
It was probably because Sean's kicked 5 and he just wanted to have that bit of a break.
Probably. And they must be struggling for players now, Eastern Suburbs, because David Peters is coming on for the coach, so this will be good to see. Sheridan coming off the ground. And
should go straight to full forward, I reckon.
Yep. So tap out again. Jones can't get the ball now. Burns can get it back to Jones. Does well. He was going to handball to Gibbs, then was going to draw a player. Pickersgill hasn't come at him, so Jones will kick around the corner, and only as far as Buckingham. Buckingham now goes high towards O'Leary, and Key against him. Oh, Peters was just there, didn't quite. Good play, Michael O'Leary towards Intervong. Goes wide towards Sean O'Leary.
Have a look at these two down here.
Jones and O'Leary.
You get up. No, you get up.
They both had big games. And Jones, I don't know whether he wants to get up anymore. But Sean O'Leary's got it. 50 metres out.
And you really probably couldn't have found two more aggressive and tough guys at the footy than Daryl Jones and Nick O'Leary sitting there cuddling each other, trying to work out who was going to get up and give the other a hand.
So Sean O'Leary doesn't want Brent to beat him by too much. He's kicked goal number 6. And it's 22-16, 148 Eastern Suburbs. North Geelong 10-13, 73. And kicked away with it in the second half.
We're not going to go headhunting and looking for excuses today, but I just wonder how more settled the North Geelong side will be when young Poulter comes back in, and Robinson. I think they're missing that extra big man. I think they struggled all day with Reuter in the ruck, and Robinson in there from time to time would have made things a lot easier, I think.
Buckingham gets it away from the centre for Eastern Suburbs towards Sheehan. Falls back towards Hill and Marnie. Buckingham again, doing some of the bustling hard work this afternoon. Gets it to Hill. Kicks it around the corner towards Ferguson. Oh, Fergie doesn't take the mark.
Meat pies.
And good play, Hannison, to get it away. Bit of support there from Gibbs. Both the Gibbs boys now. One Shepherd's for the other. David gets it towards Hannison and gets it back. So a bit of freedom now with Sheridan off the ground. He's served his task. And he runs away on centre wing. Goes towards Stuart Marnie, the lead to him. And works Sheen under the footy. Gets around Hill. Goes on the right boot. Measures the pass towards Walsh. And didn't take the mark play on. Did pretty well and a good second effort too. Deserves a goal if he can kick it. Kicks it around the corner into the goal square. Does it bounce the right way? No, it doesn't. And one behind. Adam Walsh. And it's 10-14-74. North Geelong. Eastern Suburbs 22-16-148. And it'll be Jack John Stefanovski to kick it out from fullback for the Eagles. And he kicks to the outer side. Good kick too, good distance, 60 metres towards Reuter over the back of the pack. Gibbs, short little kick, good. And standing and taking the mark is Corey Lockwood. And he'll kick for goal from about 45 metres out. Directly in front. He's kicked 3 goals this afternoon to be the leading goal scorer for the Magpies. Chance to kick goal number 4. Goes short. Good kick to Daryl Jones. And Sydney will have a kick for about the same distance. And hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon. Comes in now. Yeah, good kick by Daryl Jones, the skipper there. Straight through the middle. And a good finish to his day. Now 11-14-80. North Geelong. And Eastern Suburbs 22-16-148. I called him Sydney because that's his nickname. Oh. No. No.
Who Daryl?
Yeah.
Daryl could be Ozzie Jones's father.
Daryl's nickname is Sydney. Sid.
Mr. Jones to
yeah,
really
Mr. Jones
friends.
to you too. Back in the centre, Reuter against the Sarkis now. Pushed it forward by Pickersgill. Running the ball there was Gemmell and Intervong, but Gemmell did well. Oh, O'Leary ran into Pickersgill. Burns gets it away to Nickel. Nickel now measures the pass, the lead from Walsh. Good kick. Oh, plays on. That was well done because Delamonica thought he was going to line up for a set shot. He didn't. Maybe he should have because he's kicked one behind. So it's 11-15-81. North Geelong, Eastern Suburbs 22-16-148, and that is the siren for full time in this GDFL match of the day in round 2. And Eastern Suburbs 22-16-148 have defeated North Geelong 11-15-81 in that final term. Eastern Suburbs kicked 7 goals, 3 to finish off the match well, and North Geelong kicked 4 goals, 3. The goal kickers for Eastern Suburbs: 7 to Brent Loughton, 6 to Sean O'Leary, 3 to Adam Sheridan, 3 to Paul Camerotto, and 2 to Andrew Hill, single goal to Mark Buckingham. While for North Geelong, 3 to Corey Lockwood and singles to Daryl Jones, James Naylor, Brett Lewis, Kane Harrington, Ricky Vicentin, Stuart Marnie and Adam Walsh, Chris Fowler and Paul O'Sarkis. So I think the difference, Peter, in the end was with a goal scoring by Loughton, Intervong, and where do you want me, Brett? I mean, what are you doing? There you go. What's wrong with that? Do you want me to sit in a bit? Do you want me to cuddle him or something, do you? Is that better? The goal scoring by Loughton and also O'Leary in the forward line. Obviously the difference.
Well, you know, you're talking for best on the ground. If you were going to give artificial votes, you'd give 3 votes to the Eastern Suburbs forward line because it didn't really matter who was going to kick the goals. Once the ball got in there, they had the ability to lock it in and just keep pushing it from one side to the other, or just go long in and someone would mark it. I thought Sheridan played very well. You know, it was a good contest there between him and Harrington and Gibbs, and he was manned up a few times, but once the ball did come in, it gave, if he wasn't about, it certainly gave others the option. I thought Sean O'Leary did very, very well with a lot of the ball that hit the ground. He was able to pick it up. Probably let himself down a little bit with a couple of set shots, but that's life in footy. For the North Geelong side, as I said just a little earlier, I think they were one big man lacking. It put a lot of pressure with Reuter playing very, very well in the centre of the ground. I think it put a lot of pressure on Weiss and James Naylor. Look, Jimmy Naylor is a good footballer. I don't say he's a ruckman, and he was obviously thrown in there and trying to cover spots. So give him a bit of freedom at centre half back or on a half back flank where he could run, which he did in that quarter. Got a bit of space and ran the ball out. He was good too.
All right. Well, 3, 2, and 1.
I'll just go through a few more best players if I can. For the North Geelong side, I thought Mark Burns tried very well, as did Jonesy. I thought he was good. Naylor the second half of the game. Malcolm Key, I thought he played very well. Archie Moore's future son-in-law, Ricky Vincent, I thought he also contributed through second and third quarters. Stuart Marnie was good early but dropped out. Your pick player to watch, Corey Lockwood, I thought he was good, but for a young fella run out of legs, and that's where they sit there. Again, I think they're just short a big man to take a bit of pressure off Weiss and Naylor. The Eastern Suburbs, Camerotto was fairly good early. I thought Brett Loughton was sensational. Sean O'Leary too put in. Mark Buckingham in that last quarter, I thought he was very, very good, as was the guy on this side of the ground, young Pickerskill. Probably lacking a little bit in skills, but they're prepared to go and get the ball, and they're the kind of kids that come the end of the season, they'll be the ones that'll be picking the ball up and running it into the forward line.
Yep.
Andy Reuter, again, he's a very, very good player. And I thought Alfie Delamonica in the back line didn't do anything right, but didn't do anything wrong whenever the ball was there. He didn't do anything sensational, he just ran the ball out, and he's just a very hard, tireless worker, and so's John Stefanowski. My 3-2-1, I split the 1 votes. I thought Sean O'Leary with 6 goals was very, very good. I don't think you can leave out Daryl Jones. I thought he was, for a man of his age and this ground and these conditions and this day, he started running at the start of the game and was still running at the end of the game. I gave him split votes with Sean. 2 votes, Andy Reuter. I don't think he got beaten most of the day. He also has the ability to run into a pack. He doesn't just play a kick behind all the time. I thought he was good. And 3 votes to you-know-who.
Brent Loughton.
Brent Loughton. I thought he was sensational.
All right, so the 1 vote to Jones and O'Leary, Reuter the 2 and Loughton the 3. Well, I've given 1 vote to Danny Irving. I thought he was his game across the centre line, especially on the wing. I thought about Pickerskill and I thought about O'Leary's. That's Sean, but I gave it to Irving. I just thought that he did do a lot of hard work on the centre wing and played the full 4 quarters, so I'll give him 1. I gave 2 to Brent Loughton. I tossed up, I gave 2 to Brent Loughton in the end. I know he kicked 7 goals, but I just thought Andy Reuter in the middle was pretty sensational all day, and as you said, he didn't get beaten. But that makes it even, and seeing as though you're the guest, we're going to give it to Brent Loughton. So Brent Loughton has the 3 votes, Andy Reuter has the 2, and the 1 can
Jonesy.
Go to Jonesy because you're the guest as well. So the 3, 2 and 1 is Brent Loughton, Andy Reuter and Daryl Jones. So they're the 3, 2 and 1 for the guest video Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Player of the Day.
With the special mention to Archie Moore's future son-in-law.
Oh, don't. You've got him going now. You'll never commentate another game if you keep going, Walker. But the wash-up of it is Eastern Suburbs 22-16-148 have defeated North Geelong 11-15-81 in the match of the round. The major goal kickers for Eastern Suburbs, Brent Loughton 7, Sean O'Leary 6, and for North Geelong 3 to Corey Lockwood. The 3, 2 and 1, Brent Loughton, Andy Reuter and Daryl Jones. Peter, thank you very much this afternoon for your efforts, and we'll see you throughout the season on Guest Video and on Guest FM.
And special thank you to Brett Marmalade down there. I thought he
Brett Marmalade. Absolute moron.
We might instead of calling him Marmalade, we might call him Fig Jam.
Fig Jam, yeah, that's what we should be calling him too. So on behalf of Brett Rovier and Peter Walker, Jason Doherty for Guest Video and 94.9 Guest FM.